when the hand of God comes upon you, there are 5 dimensions of manifestation. The first dimension of the hand of God is that the hand of God provokes creativity. Anywhere the hand of God manifests, creation becomes possible. Psalm 95 verse 5. He said the sea is his and he made it, and his hand formed the dry ground. So the hand of God demonstrates power in creativity. You know, in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, he said, in the beginning Elohim created the heavens and the earth. Elohim means almighty. So he's still talking about power, but the dimension of power that creates is the hand of God. So anytime the hand of God comes upon you, don't just be excited, become creative. The second dimension of the hand of God is supernatural speed. 1 Kings 18 verse 46. And the hand of God was upon Elijah, and he outran the chariots of Ahab, even unto Jezreel. See, when we are talking the power of God, we are not just talking feelings. We are talking power that creates supernatural changes. You know what that means? The king represents status quo. That means the best of what can be obtained. He represents it. And his horses are the fastest. For the purpose of security, you never go to any land where anybody has a horse better than that of the king. But when the hand of God came upon Elijah, he outran the king and his chariots. That means if the hand of God comes upon your life, you will defy status quo. They told you civil servants can be wealthy, and then you now enter a frequency of speed. You receive salary for 2 years and you invest it in a business, and that business brings billions. And they ask you, how did you do it? It's supernatural speed. They told you this ministry you are going into, until you are 15 years you won't succeed. You are 1 year and you start doing what those who are 20 in it can do. It is speed. Yes, it may take somebody else 20 years. Nobody says it won't take me 6 months. If the hand of God comes upon you, you can outrun the chariots of Ahab. The third thing about the hand of God is that the hand of God works wonders. If everything in your life is natural, you are a failure. If you can explain everything about your destiny, you are a failure. Ask those who change things. There are many things about their life that is supernatural, and that supernatural life is a function of the hand of God. Acts 4:29-30. When the disciples of Jesus were beaten, flogged, intimidated, and they were warned to stop preaching, they came to God and said, Lord, now behold, they are threatening. Behold, they have paralyzed us with their threats. Behold it. They now say, grant unto thy servant all boldness that we may speak the word. How? They say, by stretching forth thy hand to heal, and that signs and wonders may be done in the name of thy holy child. If the hand of God is stretched, signs and wonders happen. So signs and wonders don't happen because we are orators. Signs and wonders happen because the hand of God is stretched. So if you want to see signs and wonders, do what moves the hand of God. The fourth dimension of the hand of God is judgment on your enemies. Exodus 3 verse 20. I will stretch forth my hand and strike Egypt with all of my signs and my wonders. Exodus 12 verse 12. And God passed through Egypt and judged all the gods of Egypt. When the hand of God comes upon your life, anybody who makes himself your enemy is in trouble. He said, gather together, you will scatter. Take counsel together, it will come to naught. Speak the word, it will not stand, for our God is in our midst. When the hand of God comes upon you, your enemies are not your enemies, they are the enemies of God. He said there's no enchantment against Jacob, there's no divination against Israel. Not because Jacob is strong, because the shout of the king is in the midst of them. He said though the enemy comes in, he said like a flood, the Spirit of God will lift up a standard. See, you don't know how the hand of God works. That's why you are having high blood pressure, because of your enemy. I've heard people threaten that I will die. I never prayed about it. I've heard people say all kinds of evil. We will fail. I don't pray about such things. You know why? If the hand of God is upon me, that's one of the way he works. You will be sleeping, God will be walking, because he is your defense. He has become your fortress. And the final thing the hand of God represents is terror. Terror, terror, terror. Hebrews 10:31. Terror. When the hand of God manifests, your enemies are paralyzed. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. It's a fearful thing. Deuteronomy 2 from verse 24 to 25. It says, rise ye up, take up thy journey, go beyond the river Arnon. Behold, I have given unto you Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon. Begin to contend with him in battle and possess the land. Why? He said, I have put my terror upon you. Your enemies are paralyzed before you show up. That's why even those gossiping you, when you pass, they begin to confess, because there's something the hand of God does to you. And David knew this. He said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. For thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. He said, in the midst of my enemies, I can prosper. See, you don't only prosper where your friends gather. When the hand of God is upon your life, your enemies can surround you. You will still prosper because of what is happening to you. I make bold to tell you tonight that everybody that ganged up against you, from tonight, there'll be confusion in their camp.